Hello and welcome to another episode of Those Two IM Guys. I'm James Kennedy. I'm here with my co-host Tony Earp, as always, and we are going to talk about something quite interesting to Tony. Tony the Tiger. Tony, what are we chatting about today?
Morning, James. How are you? You okay?
Good, buddy. I'm good. Clearly not got my teeth in right, but I'm good.
You're a bit of a stutter today, have you?
Yeah. My office is looking super messy as well.
Fair enough. Okay, today, our amazing topic we're going to discuss, further to our video hosting episode last week. I did say you've just changed your background, James.
I've just changed my background.
I did say on last week's episode, guys, we were going to follow up with an episode about cloud storage, and that's what we're going to discuss today, yeah?
Cloud storage, wonderful topic, something that everybody is always needing. More storage.
Well, we're all using it every day, whether we realise or not, James.
Yeah, absolutely.
In one form or another, and it's super important. I mean, you know, when you're saving images on your mobile phone or on your computer, whatever the case may be, where are those images going? A lot of people don't realise that they're uploading to some sort automatically to some sort of cloud storage. Yeah? One
of the things I really love about it in particular is, like, if I've done something on my laptop and I've saved it, and then I go to my main PC, my main Mac, sorry, it's there. And it's like, wow, I don't need to email myself anymore. Email myself from one computer to open it on another computer. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And as we always say, this subject, it isn't a sexy subject, James. You know, it's not going to get you super excited, but it is really important, guys, because it's one of the foundation tools in any online business, isn't it? So
I think I've got to disagree with you. I think it is super sexy when you think about the tech involved. I mean, honestly, and maybe I'm geeking out a little bit, but if I can take a crappy little laptop anywhere in the world, and as long as I've got Wi-Fi, I could potentially access terabytes upon terabytes of content.
Yeah,
it blows me away.
Yeah, we can differ on our opinion whether it's or not.
Well, you think sexy?
What we can agree on is that it's very important because, again, with like most of these foundation services, if you want to call them that, for any online business, one of the critical services every online business needs. What we can agree on is that if you don't do your research, if you don't choose the right service for you, it's going to cost you money, time, or both. Yeah.
So warning, due diligence alert.
Exactly, yeah.
Due diligence alert.
And that's what today's episode is about, James. It's about just, educating our viewers and listeners, all the guys out there, about the, some of the best solutions that are available out there at the best prices, yeah.
Let's do it, Tony. Tell us, what's the number one?
So we're going to do the old format again, James. I often get asked, James, why is cloud storage useful?
Tony, why is cloud storage useful?
Funny you should ask that question, James. Guys, I promise you next week we're not going to do that. Okay, we're going to change it. Okay. Well, it is important, and cloud storage is basically an alternative to storing all your data, so your documents, your images, your videos, etc. It's an alternative to saving them directly on your phone, on your tablet or your computer, or if you're old school, James, like you, an external hard drive, yeah?
I'm old school, but do you know what? How many of those have failed on me over the years? It's terrifying.
And that's why you need a backup to your backup, especially if you do use an external hard drive, guys, because they are prone to failure, as James has just emphasized, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So instead, what you do, you upload them to cloud storage service, James, which stores them for you, yeah? So, you're moving those off any sort of hardware, whether that's your phone, whether that's your laptop, your iMac, whatever, and you're moving into an external cloud service. That's basically what you're doing instead, okay? And they're perfectly, or they should be if you choose the right service, perfectly safe and secure, yeah?
See, one of the best things I noticed from my magic career, and one of the guys done this, and I thought it was really clever, he never brought a computer anywhere he went. He never brought any like lecture notes or any products. So he would fly very lightweight, with his carry-on luggage.
Yeah.
And he would literally turn up to the city that he was doing a lecture in, and he would go to a local internet cafe or somewhere like that, and he would then just download his lecture notes from there and get them printed there and then. The amount of copies he thought he would need.
And it's amazing when you think about it. That's the freedom that cloud storage allows us these days. Like you say, you could travel very light across the world and then log into your cloud service account and download what you need, for your business meeting, your presentation, or just for your own personal use.
Yeah.
And yeah, as we're saying, it allows you to access all those documents, all those files from anywhere that you basically have an internet connection, James, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you've got your movies saved on your computer and things like that, or your thing, you could download your favorite movies to certain
and you
things.
could pretty much use any device as well these days
to
log into these services.
Incredible.
An important thing as well is that it also means that if your devices are lost or stolen or even damaged, you'll still be able to retrieve that data and those resources.
And let's be honest, I mean, your data is worth way more than your laptop or your hardware ever will be, because the time that it's taken to accrue that and the folders and all the work that's been put into that is sometimes invaluable, it's.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this episode, James, we're going to discuss some of the top resources that me and you both know about, that we know friends use, that we use. But let's be serious here for a minute. These services, they often, offer you extra features to tempt you to buy, don't you? Don't do that, guys. Make sure that the overall service is the best one that fits your needs, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've all seen those tempting offers, James, from time to time, haven't we?
What's that, sorry?
I said we've all seen those tempting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's amazing. But it does this and it does that. But hey, actually, I don't actually need it to do this and that. I only need it to do this. So,
and that's why it's important you do your research and you check out, a variety of different services available. Again, if you Google cloud storage services online, James, what's going to happen? You're going to get inundated with hundreds and hundreds. Yeah. We're trying to narrow it down for you today, guys, in this episode. Yeah.
Tony, can I ask one question now before we go any further?
Yes.
Is HubSpot going to have storage as well? Because HubSpot seems to be one of the things that's got everything now.
No, HubSpot, I'm sure it does have its own storage.
But it's not on the list today.
It's not on the list today, funny enough.
I'm beginning to think, I need to buy HubSpot, because every time Tony talks about something, HubSpot does it.
Yeah. We were talking about extra features that can be, put in front of you to tempt you to buy that particular service, James. Yep. They may include things like automatic backup of your files, even facial recognition these days, to make sorting your photos easier, and crazy funky stuff like that. And also security features to keep your data safe, which, to be fair, that is a very important feature that you need to be taken into consideration anyway. Definitely. With any of these services.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you currently use yourself for your cloud storage?
Gosh, I've got a few. So I use, first of all, the ultimate one, everybody knows, Dropbox. I use Dropbox. I use Google Docs. Again, I can store something in the Google Cloud as well. I've got Apple storage, and I also use, I think I've got a MediaFire account as well.
Right. Yeah, well, for my iPhone, I use iCloud, Apple, as my cloud storage for anything on my phone. For business, I use MediaFire. I'm a big MediaFire fan, James. I've got 2 or 3 different accounts. Because I've always found them, for me personally, they tick all the boxes for my needs and my business needs. I do have a Google Drive account as well. I tend to use that for projects when we've got a lot of files. Yeah. Because as we will explain during this episode, you can get a lot of space with Google Drive for a relatively low amount of money.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a favorite with developers as well. Again,
it's good because you can share those files.
Yeah, and when you're moving big, when you're moving big files around, James, especially video files, which we both know from our own experience on our project.
Store blockers, wow.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space, don't they? Yeah. So let's talk about a few top services. So some you may have heard of, some you may not have, James. When I've been doing my research for this episode, a lot of these I know, some were new to me. So I've learned something new as well. But first up, and again, these are in no particular order, guys, but first up is iDrive. You heard of it, James?
No, I haven't.
This was a surprise to me, this one. This is absolutely one of the biggest cloud storage service providers in the world.
Wow.
Another one, very popular, I'm sure you will have heard of this one, pCloud.
pCloud?
pCloud.
No.
I think AppSumo may have had a special deal on it. It was a one-time deal, which again, for things like storage and hosting and video hosting, guys, I'm not a fan of. But in this instance, it was only it wasn't unlimited storage, James. It's for a particular plan, and then if you needed more storage, you had to pay monthly or annually.
Yeah, 500 gigabytes
so
for lifetime.
That would be the exception to an LTD, guys, a lifetime deal. Yeah. With that particular LTD, you kept the resources for that particular plan for the lifetime of your account, James, which is acceptable, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, as long as they're kind of going down the monthly subscription model.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, like we've said in previous episodes, LTDs are great if there is an obvious built-in recurring revenue model after the LTD.
Yeah, definitely.
If there isn't, guys, run a mile, as we've said previously. Next up, have you heard of this one, James? Backblaze.
That one does ring a bell, to be honest, Tony.
Yeah, Backblaze. I'm pretty sure, and I'll confirm this before the end of the episode, but I'm pretty sure Backblaze, they're a big VPN provider as well. To basically hide your IP and all that sort of stuff. They're a big provider of that, and I'm pretty sure that if you buy their VPN service, you get
which is virtual proxy network. So that in case you're unaware of that, that's like if you want to kind of protect where you're anonymity.
Anonymity. Yeah, I think with Backblaze, if you buy that VPN service with them, I'm not sure whether it's still available, but I know they did have an offer on where you got free unlimited cloud storage included in your account, James.
Wow.
Which is an amazing deal. Yeah.
Unlimited is incredible.
Yeah. Next one we've both heard of, Dropbox. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that it's one of the go-to services for most people online.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Yeah. Great referral program, as you've mentioned previously.
Yeah.
If you want extra free storage and you don't want to be going on monthly or annual subscription. I'm not sure what the limits are on their free account, James. Is it 5 gig or something? It's only small, isn't it?
I think it was more than 5 gig. I think it was something a bit more than that. I think it was like 50 gig or something at one time. I can't remember now because I'm monthly. I pay that monthly, and I'm pretty sure $17 or £17.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near that now. They may have had that on offer, when they were recruiting new customers or something at some point. But right now, I think it's something quite low, like 5 gig or something.
Right.
And that's obviously Dropbox we're talking about there, guys. And another one that I've never heard of, but again, from the research you've done, looks very popular. I'm not sure whether you've heard of it, James. Zoolz. ZOOLZ. Zoolz.
I think you've spoke about that to me before because it rings a bell.
Yeah, I mean, for cloud storage, it's certainly a new one to me, to be fair.
Right. No,
I've heard of it. Unless we've touched on it in a previous episode for some reason. But yeah, it's not one that, instantly jumps out to me as one of the main providers I know. Yeah. Next one, again, you learn something new every day. This is a real top player. Dego or Degu, DEGOO, Degu Cloud.
No, never heard it.
Again, from the research I've done,
massive.
Very, very popular, across the globe, basically, James. Big provider, internationally, yeah. Another one you will have heard of, but you'll know them under a different name probably, NordLocker, which is part of NordVPN.
Right, okay.
Now, NordVPN...
Yeah, I think I've heard of the Locker before.
Yeah, NordVPN are everywhere. I mean, they're global. I mean, they had a big push, big marketing campaign over the last few years in the UK. Mm-hmm. But they have NordLocker as well, which is their cloud storage solution.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Another one you will have heard of, because I certainly have, Microsoft OneDrive.
Yes, OneDrive. Yeah, very popular.
Yeah, I mean,
by the
you
PC
buy a
users.
PC, guys, and it's got any sort of Windows version installed. You're getting this as bog standard, James, aren't you?
Yeah.
You'll get OneDrive automatically pre-installed on your computer, whether you want to use it or not.
Yeah. That's what you call power of marketing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, if we owned Windows operating system, wouldn't we do the same? Of course,
Absolutely.
So that's Microsoft OneDrive. Next, again, another one that's we both know of and aware of, Apple iCloud.
Love it.
Yeah, excellent service, as you would expect from a
and affordable as well, not expensive.
No, a lot of the prices, James, vary a lot with these services, and this is why it's important you do your research and you check a variety of different sources out, because otherwise you could be paying for stuff you just don't need.
Yeah, and I'm thinking now that I've probably, if I kind of look at all the storage things I've got, I suppose if I was clever about it and kind of move some away from others, I could probably save myself $20 a month or something, you know.
Yeah,
I quite like.
I think that's what happens, James. We all get lazy, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do, and that's why the big energy companies have made so much for so long.
And what James is just talking about there and hitting the nail on the head about is, don't just look at it as $20, guys. Look at it as $20 over 5 years. Isn't that money better in your bank account than paying for additional features on a cloud hosting plan that you don't actually need?
Yeah,
it's more than your requirements.
Yeah, and it's funny when you were talking about that. I mean, we had one of our neighbours and one of my little girl's friends' mums, and she was saying that to get her windows cleaned every 2 weeks, it's £25. £25.
Wow.
And I thought, that's £50 a month. That's pretty much not far off. You know what I mean? About 700 or 800 quid a year. I mean, imagine taking that off your mortgage if you just washed your own windows.
Yeah, I know, James. And do you know something? I would think that the average online business owner, if they really looked at all the resources they're paying out for, you know, cloud storage, video hosting, web hosting, whatever the case may be, you know, all the critical parts of their business that they need to run their business online. If they really looked at the alternatives out there, they'd probably save themselves, you know, between $50 and $100 a month, I reckon.
Oh, easily.
People get lazy. They go for the first option.
Yeah.
Or they go for the big flashy banner that's immediately in front of them when they search for something.
That somebody paid a lot of money for it to put in front of you. So
who's
paying for it?
Guys.
You are.
Do proper research. You will see, because it's not about, as I've just said a minute ago, it's not about the $20, $30, $40, $50 a month. It's about that times 12 times 60. You know, you add all that money together, you're talking thousands of dollars that you're putting in somebody else's pocket that is better in your bank account or that you can use to grow your business, James.
Yeah, absolutely. And these little things make a big difference if you were to kind of be careful and take those things and like chip that off overpay your mortgage or something like that. The kind of the figures implications.
Well, there's lots of better things you can do with that money that you're burning. Even if it's just going on an extra holiday, extra vacation, you know, once a year, James, you know, at least you're getting the benefit of your money then, aren't you?
Definitely.
Okay, let's carry on with a few top providers. So next up, I think we get to Apple iCloud. I've completely forgot. Right, okay. So next up is Google Drive. I think we discussed then, did we?
Yep, we did.
Google Drive, again, if you're using Chrome browser, guys, it's pre-installed. You know,
and it's amazing. Let's be honest,
it is amazing. It's a great service. There's no doubt about that. As you would expect from a global brand. Yeah. Next, one you may or may not have heard of, Box.
Yes, I've heard of it. Never used it. Never looked at it.
Logo. Yeah. Very popular service with many people online. Yeah. Next up, one I'm pretty sure you'll have heard of because, again, great reputation, big service provider in this particular niche service, Mega.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Red and white logo, red and white website.
I think I've got an account there as well.
That's Mega. Yeah. So there's 12 top services that if you go and check those out, guys, you will find something that fits your requirements perfectly. and compare features, compare prices, and go with the service that's right for you. Myself and James, we're not affiliated to these guys. I'm gonna, as usual, I'll put all these resources in a post in the recommended resources area of our website, those to imguys.com. They're not affiliate links, guys. Me and James are not affiliated to these.
No.
Even if you don't want to use the links on our site, just Google them and go directly from the search engine. Yeah,
absolutely.
But there's 12 really great top resources that's going to save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's fair to say as well, James, that most cloud storage service providers, they offer a free plan, don't they?
Yeah, and again, it's a good way to kind of look at. I mean, if you don't mind putting the time in and having lots of different plans open for free, like if you've got a project and you only need space for so much data, then the free plan might be good for that project. Then you can have another email, something else. You've got.
It's a great opportunity for you to test the functionality out as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take advantage of the free plan. You can always delete your account and unsubscribe from their email list later. It's a 2-minute job, isn't it, if you're not happy with the service? But obviously, with any free plan, James, the amount of storage you get is limited, of course. Yeah,
of course.
So just be aware of that. If your free plan's 5 gig and you're trying to upload 10 gig, that ain't going to work, guys. You're automatically going to get prompted to upgrade. Yeah, so just take that into consideration when you're taking advantage of that free plan offer. Yeah. Now, for the best free cloud storage provider, who would your top pick be, James?
For free cloud storage?
Yeah.
Honestly, well, I mean, now knowing that Dropbox is such a low one, but I would have said Dropbox because it's just...
Right, well, I've got the advantage of doing my research for this episode.
Right.
I wanted to be fair to you. I did put you on the spot a bit there. But yeah, my pick's Google Drive because it offers the most generous free storage.
How much do you get for free?
15 gigabyte, which is a respectable amount of storage for most people, James.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if it's all just like documents,
Froze up a little bit there, buddy.
Sorry?
I said you froze up a little bit there.
Oh, right. Okay. I was saying 15 gigabyte, if it's all PDF files and documents and things like that, then the reality is that's going to be quite a lot of storage for any project.
Yeah, if you're uploading video, James, that 15 gig is not going to last very long, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But for an average user that's just uploading docs and things like that, 15 gig is pretty generous for a free account level, I think it's fair to say.
Definitely.
So yeah, if 15 gigabyte of storage is enough for you guys and you want a free account, then go check out Google Drive. Simple as that. Yeah.
Stay free. Free's nice, and again,
you don't think I will mention as well, guys, that Google do allow you to create as many Google accounts as you want.
So are you telling me, Tony, that if I had a brand new project and I created a brand new Gmail account for that project, I could pretty much have another free 15 gig for that one project?
Yes, James, that is exactly what I'm telling you.
And could I have 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 different projects on the go and have all these like specific drives purely for that project?
Yes, you could, James. So you would then have 15 gig times however many Google accounts you've got. Yeah.
It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I mean, there you go. 100 accounts, 100 projects. There's 1.5 terabyte.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not suggesting for 1 minute, as James is not, that you go out and do that, guys, but let's just say we know people that do that, yeah. Changing the subject very quickly.
In all honesty, I've never done that, truthfully. Yeah. I've got a lot of my paid accounts.
No, I know, James. And you know something? You can do that if you're that way inclined, but I genuinely do know a few people that do that because they're tight. I'm not sure whether they're Scottish or not, but
us Scottish guys don't mind spending the money.
No offense to my Scottish friends out there, including James. That was purely a pun, yeah.
Ex-friend. Build the wall.
Trust me, guys. If you've got 15, 20 Google accounts, trust me, the logistics of that are going to be a nightmare. Logging out, logging in, logging out, logging in. Yeah. So trust me, save yourself all that wasted time and effort and just go and get, a respectably priced cloud storage solution, or upgrade your one Google Drive account to more storage. Simple as that. Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah. Now, if you're a creative professional, James, such as a photographer, graphic designer, that sort of thing, who needs more than 15 gigabyte, then check out DJU Cloud. Mentioned it previously. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They offer, how much do you think they offer for their free account, James, for creative
100 gig.
professionals? Hey,
100 gig.
you just clocked that, haven't you?
No, I haven't. Genuinely, no, I just guessed it. Is it 100 gig?
It's 100 gig, yeah.
Gosh, I'm putting a lotto ticket on tonight.
You better put the lottery on, mate. Definitely, yeah. That was a great guess. But yeah, guys, it's an incredible 100 gig of free cloud storage. When I did my research and I spotted that, I had to blink twice. You know, I had to have the double take because I thought I read it wrong.
That's insane. That is insane, isn't it? That is
It
pretty
is
cool.
insane. It really is insane. I mean, that's so, guys. If you're a photographer, graphic designer, or whatever, go and check out DJU Cloud and go and grab your free account with 100 gigabyte of free cloud storage. Yeah,
That is massive, isn't it? You know,
yeah,
that really is.
and that's not the end of it with DJU Cloud, James. What's more, for each friend you invite to DJU, you receive an additional 5 gig of space.
Right, guys, so before you sign up, I'm going to get a link down below this video.
The only limitation with that is it's up to a maximum of 500 gigabyte.
Right.
But I think 500 gigabytes
It's
for
pretty
free
healthy.
is a respectable account level, yeah? Just for inviting a few friends.
And how do you spell that? DJU Cloud? D-E?
DEGOO, Cloud.
Right, okay, I'm going to go sign up for that. That's
I
one I
bet
never
you
heard
are,
of,
yeah.
Tony. Yeah, I'm going to sign up to that one.
Yeah, now, some of the best cloud storage deals of 2022 that I've found from my research, James, so far is, and again, these are in a particular order, but guys, you need to go and do your research, your due diligence, as we always say. Go and check these out for yourself, because these offers no doubt will change on a daily basis, James. No, I think that's fair to say, yeah. So some of the best cloud storage deals of 2022, I will emphasize so far, are iDrive, pCloud, Backblaze, a new one that we've not discussed yet, iStrive. One we have discussed already, NordLocker, which, as we've already established, is part of NordVPN, yeah. Microsoft OneDrive, again, we've discussed them, and as you would expect, Google Drive, yeah.
Yeah.
Those, from the research I've done for this episode, guys, are currently the best cloud storage deals of 2022, I will emphasize so far, yeah.
Impressive.
Impressive. I'll give you a little bit more information, James, on some good deals, yeah?
Okay.
So for cloud storage services, I'll just sort of break into those best deals a little bit, yeah? So with iDrive, for $3.98 for the first year, you get 10 terabyte. Not too bad,
Sorry?
yeah?
How much per month?
$3.98 for the first
10
year.
10 terabyte?
10 terabyte.
Wow.
So for less than $4, you can get 10 terabyte for a full year. Not too shabby, yeah?
That's incredible, genuinely. That's
now pCloud.
Uh-huh.
Again, they do normally have monthly and annual subscription offers, but at the moment they have got a $350 lifetime account offer for 2 terabyte, which is pretty impressive, James. Yeah. Once that offer goes, guys, you're back to monthly or annual subscription.
Mm-hmm. But again, how much are they usually for the monthly?
I don't honestly know, because I didn't, like an idiot, I didn't write that information down.
Sorry, buddy. You
I only spotted the lifetime offer, but like I say, that is a limited time offer. Once that goes, you're only going to be able to get monthly or annual, James. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed Backblaze earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Now, if you purchase, I'll just confirm, if at the moment, as we're doing this episode, if you purchase their ExpressVPN service, you get unlimited cloud storage for $0, James.
And how much is the VPN service, Tony?
I don't know, mate. Our viewers and listeners are going to have to go and check that out for themselves.
Right, okay.
The next one is iStrive.
Mm-hmm.
5 terabyte. Yes, I said 5 terabyte, James. For currently, for a special limited time offer, $599 lifetime. Once that offer goes, disappears for good, you're then back on monthly and annual subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And the final best deal that I could find currently is NordLocker, as we've already established, part of NordVPN, very big player globally. $119.88 a year for 2 terabyte, James. Which
right, okay.
Is
Because that's what I was going to ask you, because originally the first one you spoke about was how many lifetime deal? Was it 2 terabyte with PDocs?
Yeah.
Right. So
pCloud, yeah.
pCloud. So if you know that you're going to be in your business for more than 3 years, that sounds like a really good deal.
Yeah, I mean, pCloud is a very respected, trusted, popular service.
It's not likely that they're going to be out of business in 3 years.
Oh, definitely. No, I mean, they're a global player. They're a big brand. $350 lifetime for their current limited time deal for 2 terabyte is a bargain.
Yeah.
Especially when you know that once that lifetime deal disappears, they're back to monthly and annual subscription,
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, as long as you know that you're going to be using cloud storage for more than 3 years, that's viable. Yeah,
absolutely.
If you're not, then
And like any sort of special limited time offers online, James, regardless of what product or service it is, they change sometimes daily, don't they?
Yeah, of course they
do. So at the time when I was doing my research for this episode, those were valid deals that I've just mentioned, guys. But you need to go and check them out and what the current status is, Absolutely. So what's your thoughts on all that we've discussed, James?
Really, really impressive. The one that you told me at the start, the one with the 10 terabyte, what was that one? That sounded incredible.
Was that
$4 a month?
Was that Backblaze?
I can't remember. You had the list there a minute ago when you were talking about the kind of best deals. I think it was the first one you mentioned. 10 terabyte for $4 a month or something was just.
Oh, right. Yeah. iDrive. Yeah.
iDrive. Now, I don't know iDrive. Are they well established?
Yeah.
Right.
They're arguably, James, they're the biggest player for cloud storage in the world.
Right. Well, for me, I would say that would be my pick, because
guys,
that's
10
awesome.
Terabyte is going to be, for the average user, a pretty respectable amount of cloud storage.
For you, that's just small change.
Not for me, not for you, James, but we're talking about an average user.
Average, absolutely.
Average user, yeah. 10 terabyte is probably going to be enough for your needs, yeah.
Yeah.
So for less than $4 for a year, really? Come on.
Yeah. Well, $4 a month it is, isn't it?
No, it's $4 for the first year.
And how much is it after that? Does it tell you?
I don't know. I didn't write that data down.
Right. Okay.
But I think it's fair to say it's going to be, very competitive monthly.
Yeah, I would think so. $4.
But guys, I'm not being funny. Take advantage of that special offer. Grab your 10 terabyte for less than $4 for the first year, and then before that year is up, do the current research on cloud hosting solutions and find an alternative deal that you can move everything to if you're not happy with the renewal costs.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy.
I thought that was $4 a month. I'm like, that's a steal. But if it's a year, that's just insane.
For less than $4, $3.98 to be exact for the first year.
Now, Tony, before obviously this cloud thing became a popular thing, I've got my own cloud at home, right? Now, I've got my own Western Digital thing, and it's got 4 really high-end NAS drives.
Yeah.
Now, and that holds, I think it's in total, it's like, I can't remember how many terabyte, but it's maybe about 8 terabyte in total.
Yeah.
And it costs me a fortune. And the drives only last so long. So,
James, you can buy external hard drives now that will fit in the palm of your hand that'll have 100 gig of space.
Yeah, incredible.
Probably less than $100. What I will say to you is, guys, there is nothing wrong with having a physical external hard drive backup as well of your important documents, images, videos, whatever. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But just remember this: hardware, stuff goes wrong with it.
all the time.
Just like it goes wrong with Macs or PCs or any other sort of physical hardware that is running software. From time to time, you can have problems with it. And if you're going to use a physical external hard drive, two things. One, make sure you buy a reputable brand. One I know of that are bulletproof is Buffalo, James.
Buffalo, yeah.
Very, very top trusted provider of external hard drives. There are others. That's just one I know are bulletproof and are really, really good and popular.
Western Digital are
They're
incredible.
not cheap. They're not at the cheap end of the external hard drive market, James. They're probably at least twice the price of a regular external hard drive. But you get what you pay for, especially when it's as important as what you're using it for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say, secondly, make sure you back everything up to cloud storage as well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Well, Tony, today's episode's been really good. I mean, as I say, I think it is quite a sexy subject, because when you can save money and you can access any of your data, I mean, because for example, with the Western Digital cloud situation, I've got an app on my phone. So like I kind of took a lot of my DVDs and ripped them onto my cloud. So when I was doing my tourism stuff, I could watch movies from my phone or my iPad, things like that. I know obviously we've got Netflix and all that kind of stuff, but there's some stuff that you can't get, some of the kind of more kind of bespoke stuff, you know.
We're fortunate that we live in the day and age where technology allows us to have very easy lifestyles,
Oh, incredibly.
Compared to 20, 30 years ago. Which is only a short amount of time, James, really, isn't it, when you think about it?
It's for you. For me, it was like a lifetime ago.
I mean, technology just constantly moving on. But we're fortunate that we've got these things now, like cloud storage, that make our life a bit easier. Take advantage of those guys, but don't just grab the first thing you see. You know, do your research, do your due diligence, as we're always saying. I know we're repeating ourselves a lot with that, and it's probably boring you. And I'm not going to make any apologies for that, James, to be fair, because we're just trying to drum it home that if you want to find the best solution for yourself, save yourself some time and money in the long run, you need to go through this process and do that research.
If you're somebody that's sitting there with more money than sense, then whatever, just buy the first one that comes your way that's a big player, because it's pretty much going to be there. But see if you're genuinely want to make your money work for you, and if you're in this video right now, the reality is you're probably somebody that's looking to make more money online. Be smart, do the work once and let it kind of play out for you.
Absolutely. All the cloud storage solutions we mentioned during this episode, James, you can pretty much, you know, say you could go with any of those and you'd be happy.
They're all solid.
What you need to look at on an individual basis is the additional functionality. What am I getting for my money? Do I actually need that? And if you're looking at a particular solution and half the features you don't need, look elsewhere. Look for something a bit more basic.
I think now, Tony, we've fell into this kind of would you like to go large with that McDonald's mentality of marketing, that it now becomes second nature. Oh, for only an extra $3 a month, you can have this, this, and this. But if you don't, I mean, that $3, it might not seem a lot, but believe me, see if you go and look at your PayPal recurring payments and your monthly direct debits on all the things that you're buying. Believe me, it will wake you up. It will make you cry if you're anything like me, because I looked and I was like spending $300 and $400 in subscriptions on stuff that genuinely I was not using very often, and I'm thinking, wow. And it's amazing, when I was making lots and lots of money before I came into online marketing, before COVID, etc., it didn't affect me because I was making way more than I was spending. But what a stupid mentality that is. You know,
James, let's look at a little example, right? Let's say the average person, if they really looked at their current services and they could save $50 a month on all their subscriptions, right?
$600 a year.
Exactly. Over 5 years.
You're much better.
What I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
People don't look. They look at what they're paying out for each individual subscription. They need to combine all those and say, look, am I paying too much for what I'm using here? Can I get a better deal? because it's not about what you're paying each month, guys. It's how much you could save over the next 5 years to use on a vacation stroke holiday, reinvest back into your business for growth. There's lots of other things you can be doing better with that money, James, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
Than just giving it away to services unnecessarily, yeah?
My motivation was always like, how long would that take off my mortgage? And when you look at that compounded down with interest that you're paying, well, could that have saved me a year on my mortgage? Now, it might only seem like $50 a month to you right now, but if you can say to yourself, well, that's 1 year and I can retire 1 year earlier. Who wouldn't like to retire a year or two earlier than they were going to, if you're thinking smart?
Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example of what happened last week with a hosting customer. They were paying just under $50 a month for a VPS server with another provider. We were able to do that for less than $10 a month.
Wow, $40 saving.
When I told the client that, when I told the customer that, they thought they misheard me.
Yeah.
Now they've basically been paying for the last 3 years $40 a month more than they needed to, purely because they've been lazy.
Yeah.
And they've not looked around. Our service was recommended to them. That's how they found us. But if it hadn't have been for that, they would have continued being lazy and paying an additional $40 a month unnecessarily.
Yeah.
You had that extra $40 a month up, James, over 5 years. It's a lot of money, buddy, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, what could you do with that? I mean, like, just for that little 5-minute conversation with you, that over a 5-year period, that could, as you say, pay for a full holiday or allow you to invest in brand new computers for your business or whatever it may be. Just for that little tiny thing.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was for personal usage, take your family on a break, on a holiday, on a vacation, money for the Christmas holidays, whatever. Whatever you use it for, it's better being used for your own personal use or in your business, reinvested back into your business, than just giving it away unnecessarily to service providers. So guys, top tip today from those two IM guys: look at all your current services, see where you can save money, compare what you've currently got to the best deals that are out there, and you'll be amazed at the money you can save.
Yeah, I know that it certainly made a big change to me when I
as regarding what we've discussed in this episode, James, cloud storage solutions, the ones we've discussed, some of the best ones out there, guys. Hope they've been helpful for you, and go and check them out. As usual, as I said earlier, I will put them in a post on our website, those2imguys.com, in the recommended resources area.
Awesome. Well, Tony, thoroughly enjoyed today's episode. Again, it's certainly got me thinking about things as well. And obviously, hopefully, our viewers and listeners will have gained a lot of valuable insights. So
you're off to get your 100 terabyte for free, James, aren't you?
Tony, I kid you not, I could share my screen right now. I've actually got it up, and I've got dq.com up, and I've got the invite page up there as well. So I'm going to share that link with some of my friends and get myself some extra storage.
James, think about it this way. All the people in our audience listening or viewing this episode, how many of them are photographers, graphic designers, or they work with graphics in some way, that are not aware of that free 100 gigabyte resource?
Yeah, it's a massive resource.
Yeah,
it's a massive resource.
They can instantly now go and open a free account, get 100 gig of space for free.
I love free, Tony. You know me and free. We're like good friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're having a laugh and a joke about it, but it's a serious note. I mean, all those, anyone that's, any of our viewers and listeners that are graphic designers, videographers, photographers, etc., that are listening to this episode or watching this episode, what are they currently paying for 100 gig of storage?
Maybe $5-10 a month at least, I would expect.
Now, by listening or watching this episode, they can save that money and go and get that space for free. Yeah,
absolutely incredible. Absolutely brilliant, Tony. Well, guys, thanks so much. Brilliant resource, this one. Again, Still think it's super sexy, but that's the geek in me, I suppose. So thanks for watching another episode of Those Two IM Guys, and we will see you back very, very soon. See you later. Bye.
Well, guys, take care. Bye for now.